Whether it's cars, comics, video games, or violins, there's a little geek in all of us. It's time to give your geek a voice. It's time for Geek Therapy. Here's your host, Johnny Himberger.
Well, here we go. It's another week, another Geek Therapy. Another Geek Therapy Radio, and I am your host, Johnny Hemberger, your mental curator for this evening. And as I always say, anytime you're listening to this show, whether it's a podcast or on the radio or on the... I always say the YouTube. I've become a 90-year-old man. Or you're watching on YouTube. Whatever time of day you're joining me, thank you, and you're about to have some fun, because Geek Therapy Radio is a fun show where I geek out and dork out about all sorts of geeky topics. And this week, actually first, of course, I have to plug the social media, and I'm going to keep it abbreviated. Just look for Geek Therapy Radio, quote unquote, Geek Therapy Radio on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Google. Just Google it. Just Google Geek Therapy Radio and you'll find me. But hit those social medias, like, follow, and subscribe. Thank you so much. So I wanted to start off this week talking about something that's it's a bit audacious to me. The audacity of this company in that they sure are asking a lot of us, a lot of the consumer, a lot of the general public, and that's Amazon. That company is Amazon. Now, I don't personally have any ill will towards Amazon. I don't think it's a bad company. I don't think it's good or evil. And actually, I would probably wager that Amazon is, hope I don't eat my words on this, more good than evil. But the amount of trust they are asking us as the general public to have in them, a private company, is shady, is hairy, is a little bit suspect. In Terminator, that's a universe where a corporation, is it Skynet, has just basically dominion over the population. It's an all-seeing eye, all-listening ear to the population. I have always argued that we as a culture, and not just American culture, we as a world culture of consumers, in general, we fear and we do not want, and we would fight against a 1984 type dystopian future. We would fight against the idea of the government listening into us, of corporations listening into us against our will. And there's the key of what I just said, against our will. What we're doing and what Amazon is tapping into is the fact, and this is something that I realized years ago, while we might fight against the all-seeing eye, all-listening ear of government or corporation, while we'll fight against it intruding in our lives, we have no problem purchasing it. Case in point, Google Home, Amazon's Alexa, Siri. That stuff is listening all the time. That technology is the all-seeing eye, is the all-listening ear. But it's okay. We're okay with it because we bought it. They asked politely. Alexa knocked on the door. Amazon's Alexa knocked on the door and said, Can I come in? I swear I'll make your life easier, and you won't even have to go to your computer to order stuff or play songs off your playlist." And we said, "Sure, Alexa, you're pretty hot. Come in." So, is Alexa just the pretty girl next door that we invite into our house? Legal age. That could have gone down a very dark road. But anyways, is Alexa the innocent girl next door we invite into our homes, or is she evil? Is she the evil girl next door we invite home and is going to tear our home apart and rip our lives upside down, tip our lives upside down, and just ruin us? So I'm just talking about Amazon's Alexa right there. I'm just talking about Siri right there. I'm just talking about Google Home. Google's not innocent of this. That it goes to say what I was saying earlier. Like, does Amazon and Google and Apple have evil ulterior motives into intruding in your life so much? I honestly don't think so. And I know there are a lot of conspiracy theorists out there right now probably yelling at their speakers, of course they do. Of course corporations are evil. They want to run your life. No, I argue that it's more simple than that, more innocent than that. Here's the real reason why Apple and Amazon and Google want to become a part of every waking moment of your life. It's not for thought control or brain control or to dictate how you live your life. That's not what they're after. What they are after is, I don't have any in my pocket because I work in radio, but they're after money. They're after your hard-earned dollars. Amazon and Google and Apple and other companies trying to intrude into your life, not intrude, because again, we are opening the door to them. We are giving them money and saying, here, come in. You buy one of those Amazon Echo Dots for $50, you're paying Amazon to come into your home and listen to everything you're saying. We're paying for that. So the reason why they want to come into your home and do this isn't to run your life like some sort of evil Terminator type Skynet evil corporation kill all humans type thing. It's just to sell you stuff easier. Why would you want to go to Walmart if you could just sit in your freaking underpants on the couch and say, Alexa, order me 10 more rolls of toilet paper? Easy. It's just to take your money easier. It's just to listen to what you're purchasing and listen to your buying habits and listening to your listen habits and your YouTube viewing habits and take all sorts of data on you so that they can advertise things to you to get more of your money. It's not to enslave all humans. It's not robots, enslave all humans, eradicate all humans. It's not that. It's learn what humans want to buy so that they will give us money. That's all it is. And really what it boils down to is you, the consumer, saying yes or no to giving your money to Amazon, giving your money to Google, giving your money to Apple. That is all it boils down to. There's no evil alternative. And in the last couple seconds of this segment, couple minutes of this segment, I'm gonna go a little deeper now. I'm gonna use my soapbox to squash this idea that the government is coming to get us. And I'm gonna go to an extreme end, and I'm gonna use the Second Amendment and gun rights and stuff like that. I'm getting a little bit minorly political here on Geek Therapy Radio, but bear with me because you may or may not agree with the point I'm about to make, and it doesn't matter if you agree or not because the overwhelming force I'm about to describe doesn't matter. It won't. Your opinion doesn't matter on it because of what I'm about to tell you. Let's say, and first of all, I'm all for the Second Amendment. I'm all for the right to bear arms. I'm all for safely and ethically owning firearms. All for it. And I'm all for somebody, a private citizen, owning as many firearms as they want. If they're a geek about guns, which I won't get too much into geeking out about guns because I am not personally a geek about guns. Guns don't intrigue me that much. But let's say someone really appreciates firearms. They appreciate the craftsmanship, and believe me, there is I can't talk. There is craftsmanship in a firearm, absolutely. So if you want to collect 200,000 guns, if you want to plop an Abrams tank on your front lawn, just do it because you like collecting those things. Just do it because you're a responsible owner of firearms and weaponry. The idea that you're collecting an arsenal to protect yourself from the government, as is originally stated in the Constitution, is protect yourself from governments. That doesn't work in 2017. So let's say you have amassed 500,000 guns, 2 million rounds, and you have 2 Abrams tanks with turrets and loaded to the gills sitting on your front lawn. If you are able to do so, if you're legally able to do so and financially set enough to afford all that kind of stuff, if you're doing that thinking you're going to defend yourself from the government, let me tell you what's actually going to happen in that scenario. Before you can even reach for your can of Bud Light, or your beer, or your water, or your wine, or your daiquiri, before you can even reach for your drink, some 22-year-old kid under a mountain drinking a Mountain Dew is going to press a button and you will be vaporized. Your personal arsenal of weaponry is going to be vaporized by some pimple-faced kid buried under a mountain in Colorado looking at a computer monitor. If the government wanted you gone, they will not send troops to your doorstep. You will see Jesus before you see your can of beer. That's what would happen. So don't collect this arsenal of weapons thinking in any way, shape, or form you're going to defend yourself from the government should the government come after you. You will be turned into a pink vapor. Not even pink. Just you will atomize. Like, again, you will see Jesus before you see your can of beer. That's what would happen if the government wants to come after you. So collect your weapons because you're a geek about the weapons, because you're a responsible gun owner. Absolutely. Collect all the stuff you want, all the weapons you want, because you're a geek about it. That's good. Thumbs up. Go for it. Buy all you can. Get all you can. Defend yourself. There's a difference between reasonably defending yourself from a home intruder. That's irrational. That's rational. That's sane. The idea that you're going to defend yourself from your government is bonkers. Not only will they vaporize you, your neighbor's house will be unscathed. One little piece of your ash might fall on their roof. That's it. But their house is going to be unscathed. Most of your house will be unscathed. Just going to be a little hole in your roof, and then you're just going to go poof in your lazy boy if the government wanted you gone. Believe me. No amount of machine guns you own, no amount of artillery you own is going to defend you from the government. So, buy your stuff because you like the stuff, because you geek out about the stuff. That's why you buy the stuff. That's why you do anything. Anyways, more Geek Therapy Radio to come. I'm Johnny Hemberger. Send your hate mail to geektherapy@iheartmedia.com. Go tell me what you think on my Facebook page about what I just said, because if I ruffled feathers, which I hope I didn't, and if your feathers are ruffled by that, by an argument that I perceive to be pretty rational. I mean, again, if you think you're going to defend yourself from your government, from the might of the U.S. military with your little pea shooters, ain't happening. Buy your guns because you like them. But let me know what you think. Geek Therapy Radio on Facebook. Geek Therapy Radio on YouTube, and follow Geek Therapy Radio on Instagram. I put a cool video up on my Geek Therapy Radio Instagram I got real close to an airplane flying over my head, to an airliner. It was really neat. More Geek Therapy Radio to come in just a couple minutes, but if you're listening to the podcast, I'm going to come back right now. Johnny Hemberger, Geek Therapy Radio. Stick around.